Moving on, Rahul Gandhi's detailed COVID management advice and vaccine advice has led to another political showdown. While releasing a white paper on COVID management, Rahul lashed out at the Prime Minister, saying that tears cannot wipe away the pain of those families who lost their loved ones due to a lack of oxygen. Rahul also said that Prime Minister was busy with elections and did not take the second wave seriously. BJP has now hit back at Rahul, with Sambit Patra calling his Confucius Gandhi. Sambit Patra also said that Rahul spread vaccine hesitancy and also asked the Gandhis to come clean on whether they got themselves vaccinated or not.
So this idea that there are some BJP states and there are some Congress states and we have to prove that BJP states are vaccinating better, which is embedded in the way the government is acting, is not a good idea. It's a dangerous idea for the country.
कभी कांग्रेस शासित राज्यों में जाइए और वहां किस प्रकार की परिस्थिति है, वहां कैसे वैक्सीन प्रॉफिटियरिंग हो रहा है पंजाब में, वहां किस प्रकार से वैक्सीन वेस्टेज हो रहा है राजस्थान में, किस प्रकार से वैक्सीनेशन सही तरीके से नहीं हो रहा है छत्तीसगढ़ में। आप वर्चुअल से निकल करके रियल ग्राउंड में जाके समीक्षा करिए राहुल गांधी जी।
Paulamy is now joining us for the latest. Paulamy, the opposition Congress party is asking questions, as they should in any democracy, but Sambit Patra has hit back at Rahul Gandhi at the moment as well. Yeah, what are you picking up as far as this politicking is concerned? The fact of the matter remains, as far as whether the vaccination or COVID is concerned, is India coming together to fight the third wave, which seems to be imminent at this point of time, as suggested by experts?
Well, that's right. In fact, Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi, in fact, released a white paper which he said has a whole lot of suggestions as to how the country can battle the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is imminent, as has been suggested by experts, like you rightly said. So clearly, that was what he was aiming at. But the BJP, of course, heading out at Rahul Gandhi, saying that every time there is some amount of good news, he seems to have questions to ask. But as far as the Congress-ruled states are concerned, there is a lot to answer for in terms of why is the vaccination rate low in Congress-ruled states. Why is it that the Congress initially was the party which raised a lot of questions about COVID-19 vaccines, like Covaxin. So they, of course, contributed to alleged vaccine hesitancy, which of course is the result, which is of course why there is low vaccination in Congress-ruled states. So several questions which have been posed by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and of course this is part of the politicking, the back and forth between the Congress and the BJP as far as the pandemic is concerned and India's response to the pandemic is concerned.
Thanks, Paulamy, for getting us up to speed with the very latest details on this. In a first, India has inoculated 86.16 lakh people with COVID vaccine in just 24 hours itself. This milestone has come on a day when Centre took over the procurement of vaccination and began providing vaccines for all above the age of 18, free of cost. As per the estimates, India needs to vaccinate nearly 1 crore people every day if we are to achieve the target of vaccinating all above 18 by the end of this year. Government has claimed that they have the capacity to administer 1.25 crore jabs a day. As India achieved this feat, Prime Minister Modi hailed those who got vaccinated. Prime Minister also lauded frontline workers for their work. Home Minister termed the feat incredible and hailed the government for its vaccine policy. And a big challenge now will be to ensure a steady supply of vaccine doses and stem out any vaccine hesitancy going forward. Moreover, fast-tracking global vaccine availability and promotion of Made in India vaccine are going to be the key challenges going forward.
Madhya Pradesh accounted for over 20% of the total vaccines administered on day one of the new vaccination policy of the union government, under which the centre has taken complete control of the entire vaccination drive, under which all those aged above 18 are being provided free vaccination. And in Madhya Pradesh, to ensure this, 7,000 vaccination centres were set up across the state, and the state government had also appointed motivators to encourage people to participate in this vaccination drive, which led to over 16 lakh people being administered the vaccine on day one against a target of 10 lakh people. With Vijay Arshad Khan in Bhopal, Hemendra Sharma for India Today.
With the mega vaccination on 21st of June crossing 82 lakhs in India, UP has registered more than 6,90,000 vaccination on the very first day. We are right now here at outside one of the CHC where you can see the people are coming in big numbers. UP targets 6 lakhs per day vaccination in June, but on one day they have crossed 90,000 surplus, and now with that the government is very much sure that in coming days they will be able to get their target. For July, they have set the target of 10 to 12 lakhs per day vaccination, reaching 3 crore in the month of July. Certainly with the rapid action plan, concentrated vaccination and mini cluster level vaccination at the block level has helped the government to expand the drive in Uttar Pradesh with a target to vaccinate more than 3 crore by July. On the first day itself, the numbers are inspiring, and at the same time government believe that with this particular approach towards the vaccination, it is easy to get the target, and with a constant effort they will be able to get that number very soon. In Lucknow with cameraman Sanjay Singh, Abhishek Mishra for India Today.
With over 86 lakh jabbed in a day, my colleague Akshata Nandgopal is now going to be shedding some more light on what India really needs now. Take a look. Over to you, Akshata.
So here's a look at how we're doing in the vaccination drive. Remember that the government has set a very ambitious target of vaccinating all adults by the end of this year. So to achieve the target, what do we need? We need to keep the target of 1 crore jabs per day to meet that deadline of December. Also, the government needs to ensure that there is a steady supply of vaccine doses. Global vaccine availability, ensuring that all deals and contracts are signed immediately for India, must be fast-tracked also by the government. There should also be a push for new made-in-India vaccines, and that's something that the government is currently working on. They've already signed a couple of deals on that front, and one big issue is vaccine hesitancy. That's something that also authorities must address and ensure that there are more awareness campaigns so people, particularly in rural parts, step out and get inoculated.
Rural India bore the brunt of the second COVID infections earlier this year. Keeping in line with its tradition of standing with Indians in the time of need, Care Today and Aaj Tak have launched an initiative to provide free medical care to those who lack access to doctors and medicines. Take a look.
For weeks now, these Aaj Tak Corona clinics have been rolling through Uttar Pradesh. From Gorakhpur to Mao, to villages in and around the capital city of Lucknow, they've helped many, thousands in fact, in desperate need of quality medical attention. Manned by doctors and loaded with all medical amenities, from medicines to COVID test kits, these Aaj Tak Corona clinics on wheels have provided relief to countless families in the interiors of Uttar Pradesh. The initiative is because at India Today we believe not only in showing you the news as it unfolds, but also in extending timely help to those in need.
ये लोग यहाँ पे आके मुफ्त दवा वितरण, जांच और लोगों को अवेयर कर रहे हैं.
At Kahala village near Lucknow, we not only conducted free of cost COVID testing, but also provided medical help to people.
आज तक की टीम जैसे बता रही है तो गांव के ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग जागरूक होंगे, इससे लोगों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फायदा होगा.
आज तक जो यहाँ पे आकर के ये हमारी बात दूर तक पहुँचाने के लिए इसने किया और जो हमको फ़ायदे दिए इसके बारे में आज उसका हम बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं कि उन्होंने समझाया कि इससे क्या फ़ायदे हैं, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए आपको, और जिनके पास कुछ जैसे छोटी मोटी बीमारी थी उनको दवाइयाँ भी दी है.
In the tribal areas of Mao district, India Today organized COVID tests with the help of the Doctors for You team.
जहाँ भी जाते हैं अपने घर से दूर जा रहे हैं तो आप लोग को मास्क जरूर लगाना.
निःशुल्क जो है जांच हो रही है, निःशुल्क दवा वितरण की जा रही है और इससे काफी लोग लाभान्वित हमारे गांव के हुए हैं.
In Gorakhpur, along with giving medical aid, our teams also addressed the issue of vaccine hesitancy by dispelling fears among the local populations.
टीका लगाने के लिए टीम आई है. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों ने टीका लगाया और इस टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ.
Through the Aaj Tak Corona Clinic, our goal is to reach the underprivileged in rural areas and connect them to our doctors using our ability to reach wide masses. In the first 12 days of its launch, the Clinic on Wheels has covered 41 districts of UP and Bihar and helped close to 3,700 people. With Ashish Srivastava in Lucknow, Gajendra in Gorakhpur and Durga Kinkar in Mao, Bureau Report, India Today.
The Delta Plus variant of coronavirus is spread in India. 3 states have reported cases. 21 have been found in Maharashtra so far. State Health Minister Rajesh Tope said that highest 9 cases were reported in Ratnagiri, followed by 7 in Jalagaon, 2 in Mumbai and 1 in Palghar, Thane and Sindhudurg districts. The government is ascertaining the complete history of those infected with Delta Plus variant, including their travel vaccination details. Meanwhile, Karnataka reported 2 cases of Delta Plus variant, while Madhya Pradesh reported 5 infections. The new Delta Plus variant has been formed due to a mutation in the Delta or the B.1.617.2 variant, one of the drivers of the deadly second wave. The Delta Plus variant may evade monoclonal antibody treatment. Studies are underway to find the efficacy of vaccines against this particular new variant.
There is not much difference in terms of symptoms of an infection or the severity from Delta. But therapeutically speaking, the monoclonal antibodies doesn't work in case of Delta Plus. Of course, in Karnataka, till date, we have found only 2 cases of Delta Plus.
So what is it exactly that we currently know about the Delta Plus variants? Very important, pay attention. Number 1, what we know is the Delta variant mutates into Delta Plus or AY.1. That's the first thing we know. What else do we know? Number 2, mutation in spike protein of SARS-CoV-2 is what we know for sure. Number 3, it may just evade the antibody cocktail therapy that came in as a boost after the second wave. Number 4, there is no proof of higher virulence of severity at the moment, so that's the good news right there. Number 5, it's found in at least 10 countries, which is a matter of big concern. Number 6, the prevalence of Delta Plus still is low in India, and whether India will be able to contain it right at the start remains to be a big question. Number 7, the impact on vaccine efficacy and transmissibility being studied at the moment. So this is what we know for sure as far as the Delta Plus variant is concerned.